This is Newfoundland and Labrador Studies 2205, Unit 1 on Culture. This is Video 2 for Section 1, Lesson 3 on Early Photography in Newfoundland and Labrador. First, we have to start with early photography in the country of Newfoundland. Now, you might be thinking, what is she talking about, the country of Newfoundland? Well, there was a brief period in history when the island of Newfoundland was considered its own country. We will talk about that period of history later in our next unit. On March 10, 1843, a portraiture artist from Halifax came to Newfoundland and set up a temporary studio in St. John's. It was the first time people in Newfoundland could have a daguerreotype taken. Then a permanent portrait studio was set up in 1850. Robert Halloway, who was a teacher, moved to St. John's and opened the very first classroom photography laboratory in 1879. So he began teaching people how to be photographers. And his daughter, Elsie Halloway, became the first female photographer in Newfoundland. And like I said, this was the country of Newfoundland from the island portion. Probably the most popular photography studio in the country of Newfoundland was Parsons & Sons in Harbour Grace. They later opened studios in St. John's and Corner Brook, and people traveled from all over the country, not meaning Canada, the country of Newfoundland, to have their portrait taken by one of the Parsons family photographers. Now let's talk about the region of Labrador. First, before we take a look at the photography information, I wanted to bring your attention to this particular daguerreotype. And this is from Okek, which is on the coast of Labrador, next to Okek Bay. And this daguerreotype was taken by a Moravian missionary in the 1880s. That ship that you see in the harbor was likely a missionary ship. This particular settlement dates back a very, very long time. Archaeologists have studied artistic depictions from the maritime archaic peoples as far back as approximately 5,550 BCE. And those particular artistic depictions and also tools and different other artifacts from the area. There is 30 sites along and in the region of Okek Bay. Once photography became available, missionaries began taking photos of Inuit people and of the communities of Nain, Hebron, and Okek. Unfortunately, the settlement of Okek was abandoned after the breakout of the Spanish flu in 1918. This unfortunately decimated most of the population of Okek. Then in 1892, Sir Wilfrid Grenfell documented his first visit to the Northern Peninsula and coastal Labrador with photographs. The photographs were developed on the mission ship, and Grenfell turned many of them into lantern slides, which was an early form of slideshows, and he used those lantern slides to present to people back in Europe and in the United States about the work that he was doing in coastal Labrador. So let's review. I would like for you now to complete the activities I have below in Brightspace. There's a really great introductory activity on photography that I hope that you really enjoy. We will have various activities about photography throughout the rest of the unit to get you ready for a big creative project at the end that's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll let you get to that, and I'll see you next time.